Hi, friends. Welcome back to Live at the Roxy on this Friday. Gonna get down on Friday. Welcome to the weekend. Let's go to the club. Raging. Fuck yeah. Shots. Let's go out dancing. Sweat all over each other. If somebody coughs or sneezes, who cares? It's 2019. Oh, wait, it's not. It's 2020. It's the weekend, but it doesn't really matter because we all have to stay home anyway. Gotcha. All right, friends. Welcome back to the show. Brett Hankinson, Miles Cosgrove, Jonathan Mattingly arrest the cops that killed Breonna Taylor. All three of them for killing Breonna Taylor. Who knew we had to add those asterisks? But apparently we do. All different things going on in the world today. There was that presidential debate last night. Hey, I actually heard what both candidates had to say. What a novel concept. How is that possible? And yet it is. Also, in the world of politics, we have to talk about the peace and normalization agreement between Israel and Sudan and what Netanyahu and Trump talked about on speakerphone. Why do we have to talk about that? Well, number one, because we talk about Trump on this show every single day. Number two, we talk about the Middle East on this show almost every day. Number three, Israel, Netanyahu, all that stuff. So we'll be talking about it. I have thoughts, and I don't know that you guys are going to like them. Also, Shonda Rhimes. I saw this. Oh, man. In my tweet, I think I spelled Shonda Rhimes' name wrong. Should I try to retweet it quickly? Yeah, let's see if I can. There's already been 8 likes, though, guys. 8's not that many. I noticed that I wrote it wrong, and then I didn't fucking do anything about it. Let's see. We can't let our girl Shonda go with a misspelling. She's too amazing for people to misspell her name. We got to put some respect on that name. I'm a huge Shonda Rhimes person, guys. I've loved her forever. And I love Grey's. I love Scandal. I love How to Get Away with Murder. I love it all. And this is a crazy story about what happened that made her really leave ABC. I was not expecting this. And for those of you guys who don't fully understand the story, I'm going to break it down and explain why it is really as crazy as I think it is. So that will be something interesting to talk about on today's show. Okay, deleting previous tweet. If you already liked that tweet, go re-like this new one after we put Shonda's name, the spelling correct. That's for you, Shonda. Fucking love Shonda. Also, anything you guys want to talk about in the Streamlabs or Super Chat, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer, or right here in the Super Chat as well. What are your weekend plans? It's the weekend before Halloween. Let's get wasted. Actually, I might have some drinks tonight. Unclear. You never know, though. You can have solo drinks or whatever. Sometimes I say the weirdest shit and you guys just still support me. And that means the world to me. Let's start with some of the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Let's get these in early right now. Oh yeah, all you guys who are saying Twitter needs an edit button so desperately. Like, I get that they don't want you to be able to edit the whole tweet, but like, you should be able to edit at least like 10 characters just for when we fuck up. Come on, let me edit it. All right, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. I noticed this one came late last night from Katie the Good Witch. It was a midnight Streamlabs, which I appreciate. She said, I took the job. I didn't even have to interview, and I feel good about it. My friend is someone I've worked for before, so I'm not worried about it. It's not actually less dignity. It's just fast food, and that's a hurdle I had to get over, but I'm over it. Katie, I'm so happy for you. It sounds like they were being nightmares to you at Target and Dairy Queen. You know you're going to be more respected at. You know your friend is there. You know you got her support, and I'm glad to see that you took the job. That's right, girl. Definitely no less dignity in it. It's fast food. Sometimes you got to take fast food jobs. that's just what happens, especially in 2020. No shame in that game. And thank you for what you're doing. We adore you. DQK in the building, says Gregory Castillo. But yeah, thank you so much. In the super chat coming in from Gilbert Jacobs. That's because we love ya. Oh, I feel that love. Thank you so much, Gilbert. What a generous support that you just showed. And I appreciate you guys for loving me. Isn't the right thing to do? Fleetwood forever. Am I right? Am I right? Isn't it crazy? Little tangent. That you just don't fucking know the future. And anybody be so wary of anybody who believes anybody who speaks in absolutes or believes that they fucking know. You don't know. Like, this will never be, or we will always, like, you just don't fucking know. You just don't know. Nothing's out of the question. Nothing. All is fair in love and war and everything else on the fucking planet. You just don't fucking know. It's a little bit of a tangent. Might not have made any sense. That's okay, right, team? Going back to the Streamlabs. All right, we got some stuff coming in from Texas Teacher. Fingers crossed. Okay, Texas Teacher says, hey, Roxy, still clean and sober and past my 2 months. Yes, Texas Teacher. Good news, bad news. Thanks to the rock stars for helping fund my class project along with Dan Merle. Thank you for getting that info out. It means the world to me that so many people gave. Oh, that's amazing. The bad news, someone called my school and outed me as a recovering drug addict, and I had to take a drug test to keep my job. There's no fucking way, Texas Teacher. I passed because I'm clean and sober, but that really hurt. I feel a bit betrayed. I want you to know I don't blame you, as you've done nothing but be nice and supportive, but it was a bit of knife in the back, knife in the heart. But to round all this news out, I finished the script I was hired to do under a month without any support from cocaine. I turned in the draft, and now I can rest. Texas Teacher, wait, that happened so fucking fast. You're telling me that one of the rock stars, one of the people in this community, you wrote that yesterday, and in that time period, they got in touch with your school. They called your school. They said that you were had a drug addiction, and you had to take a test, and that test came back negative, all within the last 24 hours? That seems crazy. I feel like somebody must have called before that, Texas Teacher, because number one, maybe I just have so much faith in this community, but like, that just does not feel like the rock stars. And number two, that for them to know that, set up the test, all that stuff, that seems very quick. I don't know. I mean, whoever did that, they can go fucking fuck themselves. You have the support of the rock stars, at least the real rock stars, which is everybody in here right now. And I'm so sorry to hear that. However, the good news being that you are sober and that they know that now. So that's so fucked up. It's so fucked up. Yeah, Gar says no rock star would do that. It had to be someone at school who saw a video on YouTube. Maybe. What a shitty thing to do, says Glenn. So fucked up, says Joseph. Sending bunnies, says Chris. I'm just having a really hard time. It's not that I don't believe you. I'm just having a really hard time believing that. I mean, that's fucking crazy. Oh, I'm so sorry you had to deal with that. Well, we love you, Texas Teacher. And thank you for the support here in the Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. You're awesome. Sorry to hear that. Oh, God, guys. That was coming at 5 this morning. I wonder if he's in here. Please let us know if you have any clarification on it. Morse code C in the Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, I mean, your uniqueness is why we listen/watch, like, and subscribe. Thanks, Morse code. You rock. I really appreciate you. Yeah, like and subscribe. Fuck yeah. 115 people watching live right now. 64 thumbs up. I've noticed that we went from getting like 30 comments on every video to like 14 comments afterwards. They really help with the algorithm. Our views are down. Our finances are down. Everything's down. I'm down. But working as hard as I can to stay positive and keep showing up for you guys. Glenn, let me know, what day are we on right now? 200 and what in a row? It's fucking wild. Fucking wild. It's got to be like 225 or something. It's just a guess. 220? 219? I could just keep guessing, or I could just wait for Glenn, who probably knows. Oh, Rob Fishbeck says 222. Today, the 222nd quarantine show. Damn. That shit is crazy. She's losing her mind, which makes sense. Let's start with some politics, then we'll get to some entertainment news. Who watched the presidential debate last night? By a show of bunnies. Send bunnies if you watched. Send hearts if you didn't. No judgment on my end. Just curious how many of you guys watched what is, I believe, the final presidential debate. I've watched all of them, and I have to say that this one was the best done one. I think that Trump did the best job he's done so far. Biden did the best job he'd done so far. The moderator was the best that the moderator's been so far. The new cutting of the mic system worked. We actually got to hear them both speak. A lot of people in here watched. Okay. Wow, damn, a ton of you guys. Rob, Legal, DK, Demo, Craig, Caitlin, Pink, Chris, Loudy, Right Now and Later. Damn, so many of you guys. Wow, I'm impressed. John G, Rob, Murderana, Neil, Weston. Damn. Okay. All right. I see you guys. I see you guys getting politically involved. Glenn, Kevin, Matthew, Leonard, Brittany. Yeah. All right. And for those of you guys who didn't, no worries at all. You didn't miss that much. Nobody said anything this time that I was like, I am shocked you feel that way. I'm still a little confused on Biden's fracking plan. That did confuse me a bit. I am not confused, but concerned that Trump considers himself the least racist person in a room, especially when the moderator is a Black woman. But okay. What a comment. What a fucking comment that was. Also, anybody who deems themselves to be the least racist person in a room typically tends to be the most racist person in a room. Just saying. Yeah, it was kind of wild. Also, I loved when Biden called the Proud Boys the poor boys. I don't know whether that was a slip or on purpose, but it was fucking genius. I think it was a slip. I think he really fucked up their name, but now we're only referring to them as the poor boys because that's so much better. And the LGBTQIA community is already taken back the hashtag Proud Boys, so they can't have that anymore. But they can be the poor boys if they want. Oh, poor boys. The poor boys. The taxes situation. I'm still fucking confused about this. Why do we not understand Trump's finances? Why is Trump allowed to just say that Biden's getting his money from Putin? Why can't we see the bank accounts that Trump has? And Biden has been like super transparent. The ability to just like make this shit up is wild. There was so many facts that needed to be checked and so many lies that took place during these debates that it was truly insane. Insane. Like everything Trump said. Joe Starr tweeted it best, but love that Trump didn't understand it was a joke when Biden referred to him as Abraham Lincoln. Like he had never heard a joke before. Like, what do you mean I'm not Abraham Lincoln? I'm Donald Trump. That's the point of the joke. He was ribbing you. It was fucking funny. Just saying. Yeah, and we could hear it. Like I said, we could hear it. Those are really the most notable things. We could hear it. We could see it. They were a little more civilized. Confused on the taxes. Confused on the fracking. And Biden did a really stellar fucking job. Watching him, I was like, oh, there we go. He figured out how to do this debate thing. now that somebody's not screaming over him. I felt like Biden definitely won last night. You guys know I felt like Trump had a stronger first debate because he just bullied the fuck out of Biden to the point where I couldn't even hear Biden or know what he was thinking. They both sucked, but Biden, I thought, did a little bit worse, but only because he couldn't do better. But this time, I think that Biden really, really stepped up to the plate. He had some great moments. Then show us, Trump, show us. Love that. He really shut him up when he said that it was because they had a Republican majority. And then there was that major mic drop moment. Trump couldn't even respond. It was the first time I've seen Trump speechless in 4 years. So that was incredible too. Yeah, very successful debate, I thought. And I think that Trump did a fine job for what he's capable of, but Biden really stepped up to the plate. So I was happy with this debate. It was the most civilized by far. And I think that this really might have secured Biden winning the election. I don't know that it really changed anybody's mind, but it did show him really, really step up. Let's see. Caitlin says, I feel like Biden won, though message wasn't always clear on specific situations, but Trump really didn't or hasn't talked about anything he would do in the upcoming 4 years if he won. Yeah, Trump just kept focusing on like what Biden didn't do in his past, but it's like, Trump, what about what you haven't done? So that was kind of wild to see also. Let's see. Rob K says, I already voted by mail a few days ago. Woo woo. I did too, and I already got the notification that they got my ballot and that it's been received, so I'm so excited about that. But I guess it wasn't by mail, though. I took the mail ballot and dropped it off at the box. I only watched the debate for laughs. Did you laugh, Rob K? Also, pumpkin pie Pop-Tarts rules. Oh, my God, for those of you guys who didn't see, I'm obsessed with Pop-Tarts, and I tweeted that I love Pop-Tarts and that quarantine has made me has brought Pop-Tarts back into my life. And Pop-Tart, I didn't even tag them. Pop-Tarts found the tweet and wrote back saying, like, we're happy to have you back or whatever. And it was the best moment ever. I loved it so much. I love s'mores, and I love the cinnamon ones too. A big Pop-Tarts girl. How long did it take to get the notification back that it was received? So what, Darina, Steph, and I went on Tuesday to drop it off in the box. And then yesterday night, I got the notification. Let me see what it said so you know what to look out for. Okay, I texted it. It was from Ballot Tracks, which I had signed up for. And its subject line was 2020 general election ballot status update. And it said, hello, Roxanne Stryer. This is a message from Los Angeles County Register of Voters. Your ballot for the 2020 general election was received and will be counted. Thank you for voting. And then it has like a fake sticker on it. It's pretty good. So that was from Tuesday to Thursday, 2 days. Not too shabby. Not too shabby. Definitely better than waiting in line for 3 hours on election day, which is what I did for the primary. I think it was 3.5 hours or some bullshit. It was so fucking crazy. And I just can't do that again, not during a global pandemic where you're standing next to people. And even if you're outdoors, it's still a long time to be in a big ass group of people. So just got to make sure you're safe during this time, guys. And vote. It doesn't really matter how you vote as long as you vote. But I would try to do it early because you just never know what can happen. There's been so many mishaps and whatnot. So hopefully you guys take that seriously. Speaking of more political stuff, guys, I want to talk about what's going on in the Middle East. We do, like I said, bring this up on the show pretty often. As a Jewish woman, I talk about Israel a good amount. As a politically involved and charged person, the Middle East come up all the time. We always talk about peace in the Middle East. Will it ever be achieved? How would it be achieved? And also Donald Trump, of course. So why are all of those things relevant to today's conversation? Well, in case you guys didn't see, and I'm telling you, you guys are not going to like me for this conversation, but I have to be fair. That's one thing that I am, or try to be at all times. The peace and normalization agreement is being signed between Sudan and Israel, and mainly in part to Trump strong arming this and getting Sudan and Israel to get on board to sign this agreement. Here are words that are coming out of my mouth that you guys are not going to like, probably. I have to give Trump credit on this one. I do. Anything that brings peace in the Middle East a little bit closer is a really hard thing to do. And I'm not saying that specifically with Sudan it's that challenging, because obviously they are an incredibly poor country. And when you are able to offer them financial aid, then obviously they're going to look into it. We know Israel already loves Trump because he's super duper pro-Israel, anti-Palestine. And so Israel tends to, Israel was not a big Obama fan. Israel is a massive Trump fan. Israel and I disagree on this one, obviously. But of the things that Trump has done as president, this is a nice feather in his cap. I can't lie. I think that this is one thing that his administration has done successfully that I'm like, okay, so I think you are a racist, sexist, homophobic fucker. But this thing, I'll give it to you. You know, even a broken clock is right 2 times a day. So I'm not saying this is the biggest deal in the world, but it definitely is helpful. It's not even a treaty, so they didn't go through all of those steps. And if you guys want to play devil's advocate, it can really be ripped up at any time. There's not like major ramifications or anything that keeps them to this deal. But it is helpful for Israel and Sudan because it makes it so things like their national airlines can fly into each other's countries, and there can be more tourism and more trades, and it opens that communication and does cause peace and normalization. So, Melissa says if he did something good, then he did something good. What's not to like about this? Yeah, that's the truth. So I just am calling a spade a spade. And he did something that I think is good. It's not the best deal I've ever heard in my life, but this is a good one. Yeah. Then there was a weird video that surfaced. I don't know if you guys heard, between Trump and Netanyahu. And this was kind of interesting because Trump, who clearly strong arms leaders, tried to, in this situation, get Netanyahu to, who's the prime minister of Israel, to kind of bash Biden a little bit, and Netanyahu didn't fall for it. Let me see if I can play you guys this video. So. Okay. Do you think so? This is Donald Trump on the phone with Netanyahu, who's on speakerphone. And let me see if you guys catch what's going on here. And if not, no worries, I will explain.
Do you think Sleepy Joe could have made this deal, baby? Sleepy Joe. I think, do you think he would have made this deal somehow? I don't think so.
Well, Mr. President, one thing I can tell you is we appreciate the help for peace from anyone in America, and we appreciate what you've done enormously.
Yeah. Do you think
so? Basically, Trump's saying, do you think that Sleepy Joe, aka what he calls Joe Biden, could have made this deal, BB, Netanyahu? Do you think that Sleepy Joe could? And he wants, obviously, Netanyahu to say something like, no fucking way, Donald Trump for life. But instead, Netanyahu, who's obviously reading the same polls we are, that it seems like Trump is going to lose this election and that Biden's going to be the next president of the United States, Netanyahu says, well, Mr. President, one thing I can tell you is we appreciate the help for peace from anyone in America, which is basically Netanyahu saying, dear Biden, we would still love your help if you're president. And he's not trying to start shit with the person that he believes is going to be the next president of the United States. So that's kind of, it was really smart of Netanyahu. Netanyahu and I don't agree on everything. In fact, we disagree on many things. But he is no fucking dummy. He's been around the block, and he knows I'm not going to sit here on speakerphone and shit on the potential next president of the United States. That's a guy I need to have a relationship with, and I need it to be a positive relationship. So sorry, I'm not going to say anything about Sleepy Joe. I'm just going to say, whoever's president, we love the help, which was pretty smart. if you ask me. Pink Sweet's in here that I want to acknowledge this. I mean, definitely correct me if I'm wrong, but this doesn't mean anything. Issues with Palestinians are still unresolved. There's no actual nor meaningful peace in the region. So Pink Sweets, I feel as if you're partially correct and partially incorrect. This doesn't mean what Trump didn't do and is not doing because he's anti-Palestinian is he's not making life easier for Palestinians. He's not saying that Palestinians have a right to the land or negotiating where Palestinians are free to go. So in that way, it doesn't mean jack shit if what you were thinking was that this would create complete peace in the Middle East and the Jews and the Palestinians, the Israelis and the Palestinians are now going to get along like gangbusters. But what it does mean is one step closer when Israel and Sudan can now, it opens up the trade route. So whether that's with like oil or technology, there's that communication that they can work together. Also, Israelis are notorious for loving to travel, and they love to travel. And so maybe that is boost the economy in Sudan, and maybe they are able to build like these beautiful hotels or whatever it is. So it definitely doesn't mean nothing. It means something. It doesn't mean everything, but it does mean something. Hopefully that helps answer your question, at least from my opinion. This is very opinion-based because we'll see what it actually ends up looking like. We don't know because, again, this is a piece of paper that could be torn up in a heartbeat, but it seems like it's beneficial for everybody involved. Not the best thing that could have been, but one step closer. Let's see. Saul in the chat. Hey, Saul, welcome back. Don't beat yourself up, Roxo. Interesting nickname. It's dishonest not to acknowledge when a lousy person does something not lousy. Being real is a tricky bitch sometimes. Totally, I know. It's not like 12 days before an election. I am really excited to be saying, way to go, Trump. But this was a positive thing he did. I'm not going to not acknowledge it because I'm a person living on the planet who's told you guys I'm going to give you my honest opinion on everything that I can. And I think this is a good thing he did. I think it means he should win the election? Absolutely not. Do I think that him creating this this agreement between Sudan and Israel should be the number one priority for how you vote? Absolutely not. And as big of a fan of Obama as I was, because what an unbelievable speaker he was and what an incredible voice he gave and what a great heart and soul he had. This is something that Obama could have, I think, done a better job in. I think that peace in the Middle East and trying to find ways to get the Palestinians and the Israelis or Sudan and Israel or any of these places in the Middle East a little more common ground like Trump has, I don't think Obama did as good of a job there. And I think Obama did a much better job in many other places. And also Obama's hands were tied in a lot of areas because he didn't have the support he needed from the Republicans. But at the same time, calling a spade, this is something that Trump is decent at because he's a bully and he's able to strong arm other world leaders. And sometimes that's what it takes to be a world leader, and not always, but in this case, I think it's a good thing. In the super chat, Stupid Stars Music. Can I get a happy birthday from Roxy? LOL, big fan. Happy birthday, Stupid Stars. Stupid Stars, what is your name? So I can give you a real shout out. Birthdays during this time are fucking weird and whack. I hope you find a way to have a good day anyway, and that you listen to some Stupid Stars music and enjoy yourself. Rock on with your bad self. Happy birthday. Alexander Wilson says, have you been to Israel? And if you have, what are some great places to visit there? Yes, I have been to Israel, Alexander Wilson. I went on a trip called Birthright, which is a trip that is offered. So I thought Birthright was a very commonly known and talked about thing, but apparently I guess it's not. Most Jews know about it. It is a trip that is offered for free to Jews living in the United States. And you go for 12 days. They fly you there. They put you up. and you travel around all over Israel because it is your birthright. It is only free because obviously like there's massive Jewish donors and donors of all types that support the organization. But so I did go when I was 19. I think that's how old I was. You're allowed to go starting when you're 18. I think all the way up until being 27 is when you can apply for birthright. And my grandmother lives in Jerusalem for half the year. So I loved being in Jerusalem because she was there at the time and I got to see her. It's the only time I've ever been there. She is in the States a lot though. Tel Aviv was amazing. It's like so fucking fun. Tel Aviv has insane nightlife. And it's really wild and wonderful. Going to the wall was such a moving experience, even for me who's not religious, just like seeing you write down your like hopes or dreams, things you want to happen. You can put it into the wall and just seeing like everybody at the Wailing Wall is just so overwhelmingly powerful. I can't even possibly describe it. It was wild. It was wild there. I absolutely love Israel, but it is so interesting and different than I ever pictured it would be. It was very moving and an incredible experience, and I would love to go back. I would love to go back. It would be really, truly incredible. I just don't know how long it will be to be able to go. Oh my God, guys, so crazy. Stupid Stars Music says, my name is Jet. That's my brother's name. I don't know anybody named Jet other than my brother. Wow, happy birthday to Stupid Stars. Crazy, wild, wonderful birthday. All right, so that's enough about Trump today. Just don't really feel like talking more about him. Unless you guys have more things you want to say, let me know in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Oh boy. You can talk to me about Trump in there, about the debate last night, about Biden, about peace and normalization agreement between Sudan and Israel, about that Netanyahu conversation on speakerphone, or about this next topic, which is Shonda Rhimes and why she really left ABC. I did not see this coming. For those of you guys who didn't read about this, I didn't see it many different places. A friend of mine tweeted about it, and then I saw it and was like, what the fuck? So I really wanted to talk about this. We know that Shonda moved from ABC to Netflix. We know she got an arm and a leg over at Netflix. They gave her a massive deal. We know she's one of the best showrunners of all time, but we didn't know the behind-the-scenes details of all of this. So I'm going to read this article from Hollywood Reporter. And I don't know that this is the one I want to read. They might be a little too kind in there. Let's read this one from People magazine. They're going to get to the dirt of it. You always know. It's called Shonda Rhimes Reveals Incident Over Disneyland Pass Pushed Her to Ditch ABC. It kind of is exactly what it sounds like, guys. So she's finally opening up about the incident that played part in her leaving ABC. She was with ABC. We know How to Get Away with Murder, Scandal, Grey's Anatomy. That was home to all of her shows. ABC being a Disney property for anybody who doesn't know. So this is prior to her groundbreaking deal at Netflix. Rhimes, 50, had spent 15 years at the network, creating Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder. Despite her massive success, Rhimes said in a candid interview with Hollywood Reporter that she began to feel restricted by the pace and constraints of network TV. But, and this is the interesting part, that wasn't the only thing that pushed her to ditch the broadcasting company. So we know from a lot of creators, they go from wanting to be, or from just going where they can be, and then realizing they want more creative freedom. They want to be able to say what they want to say, and the networks breathe down their necks. So they want to go to places like an HBO or a Netflix or a Hulu, like maybe give them a little bit more creative freedom. So according to Rhimes, the final straw came when she planned a day for her family to attend Disneyland. So again, remember, ABC is a Disney property. Rhimes had been given an all-inclusive pass to the park, one of the perks of her ABC relationship, and had negotiated for a second pass to give to her nanny, she said. However, on the day her family was scheduled to visit the attraction, Rhimes realized her sister would need a pass as well. She explained this to THR. Rhimes wasn't accompanying her family that day, and her sister couldn't use her pass because they aren't interchangeable. Rhimes said she got pushback and was told, "We never do this." Eventually, she did get the extra pass, but said that it failed to work once her family arrived at Disneyland. Rhimes then dialed up a high-ranking executive, hoping the situation could be handled quickly. During that conversation, Rhimes told THR that she was allegedly told, "Don't you have enough?" in reference to the passes. She said she then hung up the phone with the executive after thanking him for his time and phoned her lawyer, demanding that they find a way to get her to Netflix. When I read the actual article, they said that she was like, "And if you can't do that, then I'm going to find myself representation that can, because I'm no longer working with ABC." So let me explain why this is so fucking ludicrous. Not of Shonda, of fucking Disney. You guys have a woman who has brought you Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, and How to Get Away with Murder. She has made you millions and millions of dollars. She has Ellen Pompeo, the highest paid person in television, in her back effing pocket. And Kerry Washington and Viola Davis. Like, this is a ridiculously talented Black female showrunner who's not just now breaking in, but 15 years ago was bringing you this as one of the only Black female showrunners to have any show on TV, and is a fucking genius and knows how to create these worlds. And Shondaland blew the hell up. This woman has made you guys so much money. So much money. It is not that she cannot afford a ticket to Disney. It is not about that. It is about the fact that you guys tout her around and show her off all the time. We have Shonda, we have Shonda, we have Shonda, as a way to say whatever it is that you think people feel about that. Like, oh, wow, look at them. Look at their diversity, or whatever the fuck it is that they're trying to do by always showing her off. She is a part of the family. A ticket to Disney for one day, one park, what they were going for, is $140. And you guys are giving her shit about wanting to get her sister for $140 into the fucking park? ABC, Disney, are you fucking stupid? That executive that she spoke to should be fucking fired. You have to be the dumbest person on the planet. The dumbest fucking person on the planet to pick up Shonda Rhimes' phone call and say, "Don't you have enough? Go fuck yourself. I'm leaving, you fucking cocksucking fucker." If I was Shonda, I would have been livid. Again, not because she can't afford it, but because this is a privilege that they, I'm sure, give to their white male showrunners all the fucking time. There's no fucking way that a white male showrunner has a sibling and they want that person to get into the park and they ask for a $130 ticket and Disney says, "Nah." No fucking way. So stupid. And I'm sure that A, this is a microaggression. B, this is one tiny, tiny scenario in which she's being treated differently because she's a woman and she's Black. And there's no doubt in my mind about that, because you don't get treated that way otherwise. You just don't. So while this seems like something small, and some of you guys are saying petty, it is so not small, and it is so not petty, because this is how the company fucking views you, as somebody who has made them millions and millions of dollars. They view you as fucking expendable. And you're Shonda Rhimes. Go fuck yourselves. If I was higher up than that exec, I would fire that exec, not even fucking kidding, for that one move. I would fire that fucking exec. You lost to Shonda Rhimes, who then went to Netflix for a $300 million deal. So you don't want to give her a $138 ticket? Okay, no worries, Disney. Don't give her that $138 ticket. We'll give her a $100 million deal. Are you stupid? So fucking stupid. And she's not just proven on one show. She shows she makes hit after hit after fucking hit. She is, I mean, the general public can only name probably like 3 showrunners. I don't know, Ryan Murphy, JJ, Damon Lindelof, Shonda. I mean, she's up there with the biggest showrunners ever. I saw this and I was floored. You sexist, racist motherfuckers. And no, do I think that they can acknowledge that's why they treated her like that? No, I think that they think she was just asking for too much. We pay her so much anyway. Why can't she afford this? It's not about that. It's principle. And insane. This was disgusting. Berlanti, yeah, you guys are right. Greg Berlanti for sure. There's like literally 5 of them that most people can name. And Shonda is one of them. Yeah, DK, it is about respect and power. And the lack of respect here is egregious. Like, I'm glad she called her reps and said, I'm going in Netflix. They can go fuck themselves. And if you guys can't get me over to Netflix, then peace. That's a woman who knows what she's worth. As she should, because she created 3 of the biggest shows. Grey's Anatomy is still on. It's still on. We're in season 16, I believe, on that show. Ellen Pompeo, #1, highest paid woman on television. Are you guys crazy? I like screamed when I saw this. You guys are fucking stupid. Fucking stupid. Sorry, I know that that's a rant, and I know it's insider baseball, and I'm sure it doesn't make as much sense to you guys why I'm that pissed about it, but it's so ridiculous that this is the kind of shit that Shonda still has to deal with. Still, to this day, being one of the biggest showrunners in the entire industry, getting paid $300 million by Netflix, and yet she can't get into Disney when she's there for an $130 ticket for her sister. Oh, you guys are so stupid and small-minded. So small-minded. All right. Yeah. Lauren says, I bet this was just a tipping point for 100%. It's not like this was the first thing that happened. I'm sure this was the 50,000th thing that had happened. Insane. In Shonda, we trust. I'll follow you anywhere, Shonda. I fucking love you. I'm glad you left ABC. Those fucking cocksuckers. Not all of ABC, but whoever that exec that said that to you was. Go fuck yourself. Literally go fuck yourself. So that's how I feel about that. Should I have been a little softer there? Maybe. But maybe not. Maybe not. Let's go into the Streamlabs. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. All right. Leonard Kim said, hey, Roxy, despite the facetious joke to follow, it brought warmth to my heart to see you start the show smiling. Oh, I'm so glad. I try. I hope that trend continues for you through the weekend. Imagine my shock when Trump said he's the least racist person in the room last night. I know. Insane. Glenn Caesar in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer said, hello, Roxy. Love ya. As always, thanks for hanging out with us today. Congrats on 2 months clean and sober, Texas teacher. Way to go. Keep it up. Stay safe and be well, RJ and rock stars. Hope you have a joyful weekend. Peace, love, bunnies, and hugs to you all. #smash cancer. I was texting with Smets late into the night last night. We've been talking a lot. He's in a very fighter headspace, and I really appreciate that. We were making a bunch of jokes too, and just fucking love him. So thinking about him all the time, and yeah, thinking about him all the time. Love Smets so much. He's got this. I'll keep you guys posted. Jig Yoda said, this is quite entertaining, Roxy. I like this side of you, Roxy. When I believe in something, you guys know, I fully fucking believe in it. And especially when it comes to Shonda and like the man like, stick it to the man. The man doing this. It's like, are you guys just like, how did you get to this place in your career if you're this stupid? How? Who let you run shit when you're this dumb? It's so stupid. You have to be so short-sighted, so small-minded, so fucking stupid. So fucking stupid. Shonda, what more can we do for you? Would you like a limo there for your family? Can we get them backstage at the show? Do you want front of the line passes? Like, offer all the things. You fucking idiots. You fucking idiots. I love Shonda, but it's not just because I love Shonda. You're just looking at this from a business perspective. You fucking idiots. You fucking idiots. You're so stupid. All right. That's about all I have today, guys. I was warming up for the Shonda stuff. And I'm glad I was able to let that all go here. Seems like most of you guys agree with me. Some of you didn't. That's okay, too. That's okay, too. Let me know if you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider as we're getting out of here. Also, you can always stream Labs even when the show is over. I will read it on the most upcoming show. Shout out to Winston Marshall, by the way, who booked me a gig for today. So I'm going to go shoot that after this. Guys, your girl's trying to book. She's been trying to book left and right. Trying to take the pressure off you guys a little bit who've been supporting me. Trying to take the pressure off me a little bit, who's struggling to pay my fucking bills every single fucking month. Thanks, Jake, for throwing this in here. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider. Also, leave a comment afterwards. I already said this shit. You guys know the fucking deal. Broken Blue in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider said, so strolling through your Insta as one does, LOL, and notice your mom had very curly hair. Is your hair naturally curly like that as well? And would you ever cut it short like hers was? Her hair was forever changing, and sometimes she would straighten it, and sometimes she would perm it, and sometimes it was, but yeah, in general, her hair was curly, wavy curly. I think you're probably talking about that redheaded picture of her. She was always blonde, red, brown. She went all over the place. My hair is very wavy naturally, which I wear it all the time, very wavy. You guys have seen it like that. That's how it looks naturally. It's just up in a pony right now and is kind of like fucked up, but you can probably see some of the, no, I brushed it out too much. I don't think you can really see. But it's usually like, yeah, pretty wavy. It depends on what products I put in it too and stuff. Thanks for the question, Broken Blue. And thanks for looking through my Instagram. And thanks for bringing up my mom, because I love anytime she's brought up. Leonard Kim in the Streamlabs, streamlabs.com/Roxy Strider says, one other thing that I couldn't fit in, the eyebrow game is strong. I don't know. I doubt you did anything to change them in recent days, weeks, but they're standing out for some reason. Thank you. I want them to be thicker. Like, they are thick enough here, but on the edges, I wish that they were, like, this part was thicker. You know, I've never done anything to my eyebrows. I've never gotten them waxed or anything. It's kind of wild. I've only ever plucked them, but during quarantine, I don't even touch them, really. So you guys see on Instagram, I did like 45 filters all until 3 in the morning. I had a weird night last night. It's a weird life. You guys are saying Roca birthday. Yeah, I already talked to him. Happy birthday to John Roca. Love that dude. As fucking crazy and weird as he is and as different as we are. It took us a long time to be friends, but we made it. So happy birthday to John. I can say that on this stream. All right. Let's get the fuck out of here. I haven't watched Borat 2 yet. I will be watching that. Instead, I watched Big Brother. Big mistake. This season bites donkey dick. I also started Haunting of Hill House. I'm 4 episodes in. Then I'll do Bly Manor. You guys told me to, so I am. And Hill House is fucking amazing. It's scary as shit, though. I'm so annoyed I'm watching this at night. It's probably why I was up doing the filters till 3 in the morning. Because after I stopped watching, I was like, oh my God, Roxy, you need to do something to distract you. This shit is too scary. This shit is too scary. Sally Mercedes says the season of BP is atrocious. 100%. It's fucking awful. I'm rooting for Cody, but only because he's the least racist one in the house. Like, it's a tough call. It's a really tough call. It's just a shit show of a thing. I think one more Streamlabs coming in before we get out of here. Streamlabs.com/Roxy Stryer. Morse Code Z says Shonda wasn't a random celebrity or executive. She was one of ABC and Disney's top creative people. She should have had a red carpet permanently stretched from her front door to all Disney properties. 100% Morse Code. The fact that she didn't is just like, you guys are so stupid. Should I just go on another rant again about how fucking stupid and small these people are? So stupid. So fucking stupid. So stupid. Brittany Parker says the bar sounds pretty low. You're talking about the Shonda execs, or you're talking about Big Brother? Yeah, the bar is low. Sally says same. Cody has played the best game for sure. Give it to him. I'm disappointed in Danny's continued microaggressions. I know. Where the fuck's that coming from? I feel like she has no fucking idea. Somebody has to say something to her because I really think she can change, but like, what the fuck is that? What was that shit with David? Like, let him fucking speak. And Kevin. What? What? All right, now I'm just rambling. Love you guys a lot. See you tomorrow live at the Roxy, 1 p.m. Pacific time. For Sunday's show, we're going to have to go up earlier because I'm doing my World Girl shoot. Can't wait for this one. It's going to be crazy. Crazy. Leave a comment. Give a thumbs up. We already have 109 thumbs up. You guys are fucking crushing it so far. I'll see you tomorrow. Stay safe. Don't go to the club tonight. Have a dance party in your house. Make your bed. Do what you can to be that 1% happier. Don't trust anybody who talks in absolutes. If you are in an executive position anywhere and you've got the talent of Shonda, then make sure you treat them like the gold that they are. Love you guys lots. See you tomorrow. Bye.